Hi everyone, and today I'm going to show you how I very cheaply clean all of my mini makeup brushes. So these are not really flushable wipes. I just use the container. We do buy those for my son. Inside the container is something called Zout laundry soap, and it is in the laundry section of most of grocery stores, Walmart, stuff like that. This is just a plain dish drying mat. This is a makeup brush dryer that I got off Amazon.com, and I really recommend it. And this is from the Dollar Tree. It was $1. It's a very cheap dish drying rack. Blah. Okay, so as you can see, I have the soap here in the sink, and sometimes I leave it in the container, and sometimes I take it out. It just depends. The great thing about this soap is it is about 99 cents, and I wash like 50 makeup brushes, and I believe this is my fourth or fifth time using this same bar of soap, and it's only $1. Okay, so here is my beauty sponge, and please don't judge me. I have been way behind on things, and this really needed cleaned as well as all my brushes, and that is why I have so many. Take notice how the water is running clear here, even though I know it's filthy. This is what I find amazing. If you just wait a second, and then I will rub some of this Zout soap on it. Zout, however you pronounce it. And then look at all that makeup comes off of there. Soap has an indent because I usually just like brush the brushes back and forth in between there on the sponges or whatever. You can really do it whatever way that you find is easiest. And it's nice because the soap is so inexpensive, you do not have to worry about wasting it. It is amazing how much makeup was in that makeup sponge. So this took me a really long time to wash all these brushes, but don't worry, I didn't record it all for you. Just squeezing out all the excess water here now that the water is running clean. And look at that, it looks like brand new. I'm just going to take it and put it in my cheap dollar store dish drying rack. The next brush I'm going to clean is this one that I use for a lot. This is one of my main brushes I use. And see, I just kind of go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I know, like, you're not supposed to really get the handle that wet and stuff, and I try not to, but I think I was just focused on the video during this, so I wasn't paying much attention. But you can see all the makeup that is coming out of there. It's amazing how much makeup these brushes and sponges can hold inside them. The water's running clean now, so that's a good sign. And voila, you can see that the brushes are back to their original color. And this is how you just put the brushes in this rack from the bottom up so they hang down and they do not dry into the handle. I really like that drying rack. It was very inexpensive on Amazon. I recommend it. I actually should buy a few more. And next is one of these flat oval brushes that I have. I also really like this set of brushes. I got it also very inexpensive off Amazon a while ago, and I love them, but I'll tell you, I only really love them for foundation or concealer. And look at that, how much is coming off of there. These brushes are so soft and nice, and they really do a very nice finish for concealer on your face. I know they make really expensive ones like this, but however, my set was not, and I have no complaints. They don't shed. They're very nice brushes. These ones are harder to clean. I don't know if it's because it was used for liquid makeup mostly, or if it's the style of the brush, but for whatever reason, I did struggle a little bit in cleaning these. Just had makeup really down deep into them. And I think since the bristles are so tight on them and like short and stout, so to speak, that they were a little bit harder to really get in there and get the makeup product out. You can see I'm actually taking the soap and scrubbing it, trying to get down in there deep without disfiguring the bristles. The water is finally looking like it's starting to run clear here. or clearer at least. So I think that I'm going to rinse this one off really good with some water, taking the drain out so the makeupy water drains faster. And since now it is running clear, it is done. And here we have just a little eyeshadow brush. Looks like an angled eyeshadow brush. I just kind of whisk this back and forth, around and around, up and down, whatever. And again, I normally am more careful not to get so much of the handles wet, but like I said, I think I was just more focused on making sure my hands were in frame for this video, and not so much. You can see how white the bristles there are now. They're so white they're almost blue, and that is exactly how they came when they were freshly new. I really, really love this soap. I have never had an issue with it. It always makes the bristles of my brushes back to the color they were when they were brand new. This stuff can really make them look and feel like new again. When they dry, they are soft, so there's not a problem with them feeling, coarse or dry once they dry. And I've also never experienced any type of irritation to my face by using this soap. And I have very, very, very sensitive skin. I'm very pale complected. I'm prone to breakouts and prone to rashes on my face, and I'm very sensitive. And I have never experienced any type of negative effects from using this laundry soap. And then here we just have a big blender brush from Morphe. Blending brush. I think that's what they're called. Like I'm not a beauty guru here. I do use that for some smaller areas when I use highlight and bronzer. And I love that brush a lot from Morphe, actually. Some of Morphe's brushes I really don't or didn't care for in the past, but this has been one that's been really good, and I use it often. This is an Ulta brush. This brush is actually part of a set that I bought from Ulta a couple years ago. The set was about $200, and they just really sucked from the beginning. They shed and shed and shed. So much so that I've thrown most of them out, but a couple that are alright. And normally I love me some Ulta, but these brushes just miss the mark. Honestly, love the Real Technique brushes. I feel like those have been the best ones for the price point, no doubt. They do not shed. I've cleaned them multiple times, and they never fall apart. I'm just really happy with those.